Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 23 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24. Sorry. And today we're going to be continuing on with the progress in the Team Affinity 4 Central program. As you can see, I'm at 68%. I still have a ways to go, but at least I'm more than two-thirds of the way there. So let's see what's left for us to do. We still gotta get hits with Mini Minoso. We still gotta get saves with Johan Duran. And we still need to get XP with both Danny Duffy and Brad Hand. Honestly, those will only take one conquest game, and we should be done with Duffy and Hand. It's just Duran that we're going to have to worry about. Both Thomas and Mauer have their XP, but we're going to keep them in the lineup because we can always use the extra, we could always use the 5,000 XP or Team Affinity XP just by getting 1,000 XP with the bosses. And then, of course, the team build ones, they're already there. So, but before we get into that, we have a couple packs to open up in the store. It's Keith Hernandez and Tim Salmon. They're both live now. I'm just gonna buy them both. I hate that they're 50,000 apiece, so it sucks. But there you go, Keith Hernandez. And then Tim Salmon. So there we go. 100,000 subs down the drain right there for those two players. All because they're gonna do the Finders Keepers collection at some point. Let's see. When did they say it would be? They said it's going to be January 19th, so only 2 more weeks, and then we'll finally have this final collection reward. Unless there's something there now. Let's see. Nope, there's nothing there. Just... Okay. Alright, well, we say we get right into it, and we get this AL Central grind wrapped up as soon as possible. Because the last thing I want to do is waste more time trying to do this. You know, I want to get to the Mets and doing their I want to get to the Mets team build grind. I want to take my Mets lineup online, and I want to see how I can do with them. But of course, I can't do anything, or I'm not allowing myself to do anything until I complete these Team Affinity programs. Once they're all done, then I don't have to worry. Oh, shoot. Come on. Oh, well. Well, that's not good. No hit for Mini Minoso.
The catcher, Joe Mauer.
There we go. But a big hit for Joe Mauer. That's for sure. Now, it seems that the Mets suddenly have an interest in signing Trevor Bauer. I've seen his name pop up here, and it sounds like they did an interview on WFAN to sign him. Here's my thing. If you get him on just like a 1-year deal, kind of like a prove-it deal, then I would be okay with it. Because to me, you may have been good in Japanese baseball, but Japanese baseball is clearly different from the MLB. Like, just go ask Kodai Senga about that. So, I'm not... If the Mets don't lock into Trevor Bauer long term, if it's kind of like a prove-it deal, then I'm fine with it. You know, because, look, the Mets are always going to need some... They're going to need some... they're going to need some pitching depth. I mean, do we know if Kodai Senga is going to be able to handle pitching every 5 days in a second season? Maybe, but I mean, who's to say?
Inside, ball one.
So Bauer, as long as it's not a long-term investment, then I'm fine with it.
That's out.
However, if it is a long-term investment that the Mets are or that Bauer is for, then I say no. He needs to go somewhere else.
Inside, ball one.
All right. Maybe it should be on like one of those teams, not exactly playoff contenders. They're kind of fringe, who could use someone like Bauer to be their ace, and then that way, if they're out of it by the trade deadline, then he can demand a trade, and if he's good enough, then maybe some contending team is going to want to take him. Strike three, sit down.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Blues. Number 59.
So that's where I stand on it. You know, Trevor Bauer, 1-year deal, fine, give it to him. Let's see what he can do. No harm, no foul. It's not a long-term commitment. But I would just have the stipulation that no trouble come about, because the last thing the Mets want is a distraction from over. You know, I know he can't really control this, but he needs. The Mets don't need another situation. Don't need a situation like what happened with him, where he got accused of rape. Obviously, that never happened, or not rape, sexual assault. Obviously, it never happened. But that being said, any kind of distraction like that, and we have a problem. Especially if you're talking about New York City, and especially if you're talking about fans here in New York City. They never forget. They never forget. So, I just, you know, what's up, Landon? If Bauer can keep it clean and he can pitch well, then I see no problem with a 1-year deal. However, that's all I'm giving him. 1 year, prove it, and let's see what you got. By the way, that last batter, strike three, sit down. Alright, so now let's get Johan Duran up and warming. How's the grind? Well, I should be making more progress after this game. I know I'm going to get at least 7,000 XP. You're traveling, Dodger? Where are you going? Where are you going? Vegas. Well, you know what they say. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But enjoy, man. I hope I eventually make it out to the West Coast someday.
Now pitching.
I wouldn't call it Party City, USA. There's definitely a lot of gambling. But I wouldn't say it's a one big party. I'd almost say that's like when I think of partying, like I'm thinking of like clubs or, I think that's more like Miami. But I could at the very least. Now you want touristy? The restaurant that closes at 3 a.m.? Well, look, I didn't say that, I didn't say that that Las Vegas just decides to turn off the lights after a certain hour. It's much like New York City, where, it's going to be open for, or it's going to be, people are going to be able to, stay up and go out as late as they want. I just wouldn't call it Party City, USA. Gambling City, USA? Yes, absolutely, it owns that title. Alright, so it looks like we're going to need at least one more save with Johan Duran, and then that should get me to the next AL Central pack, which I still haven't decided if I'm going to use it on Andres Jimenez or I'm going to use it on George Brett. I'm kind of leaning towards Brett, but Deadly New York is a party one. I mean, I can see there are definitely a lot of clubs to go to, and I work on the weekends, so when I go into the city, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of, people in clothes that they would dance in. Um, Times Square is not Party City. I can tell you Times Square is not Party City. Okay? New Year's Eve, maybe, but rest of the time, no. It's very touristy. That's how I view New York City. New York City is very touristy, meaning that you're going to see a lot of tourists there. It's basically a city that caters to the tourists. You're going to see a lot of gift shops and vendors trying to sell off these merchandise and everything. It's a tourist trap. That's what it is, especially Times Square. Especially Times Square. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I need to... let's see. Who am I going to throw in this time? So, yeah. But it is not Party City, USA. There are clubs around the city, yes. But would I call it Party City, USA? No. No. I would not go that far. It's just more touristy. So, you ever want to go visit New York City, it's the perfect place. But just get ready to spend a lot of money. That's my warning. Everything is overpriced in New York City. And you know how I know this is the New York City is so touristy? When I was leaving Port Authority bus terminal, there was a guy that was sleeping on the floor. Honestly, he didn't look homeless to me, and he just kind of looked like that he was waiting for a bus or something and just kind of fell asleep. I mean, I didn't check up on him or anything. I didn't want to disturb him. But some person... Okay, see you later, Dodger. But some person took out their phone and took a picture of him. It's like, we're going to assume that this guy is homeless just because he's sleeping on the floor in Port Authority bus terminal? You know, but to the tourists, they may look at that and they would say, oh, this must be a homeless person because they're sleeping on the floor. Not realizing that, hey, we're in a bus terminal, people are probably going home, and they might be tired, and they're waiting for a bus. So, but, you know, tourists being like, ooh, homeless person. Hashtag disgusting. Believe me, when you're in New York City, you can tell who the homeless people are and who are not. You can tell. Not that hard to distinguish it. Strike 3, sit out. That's also how you know that it's very touristy. Because all the homeless people are going to go to Times Square and they're going to be in there begging for change because they know they're going to get sympathy from all the tourists. All the tourists are going to be like, okay, here's $1. So, and it's very touristy. I don't blame the homeless for taking advantage of that. I'm just saying, like, that's another example of it being a tourist town, or a tourist city. Homeless, they're not dumb. They're not dumb. They know exactly what they're doing.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's why I don't bother with them. You know, I remember I was in Port Authority. I was going home one day, and hold on, I gotta do this real quick. So I was going home. A woman comes up to me. I could tell she was homeless, but she comes up to me and she says, "Listen, I want something to eat. I want to get it specifically at this diner, at this place that's down the street here. And do you think you can help me? Here's something I will not do. Okay? I will not follow a homeless person if they say they need me to go somewhere where I don't need to go. And that woman, where she was pointing at, there was a big alley. I'm not saying she could have jumped me, but I'm just saying something was going to happen there that I immediately knew I wasn't going to, you know, if I went there, I was going to be in trouble. So I was like, sorry, I can't help you. You know, she was persistent. She tried, but I told her I was late for my bus. I was late for my bus, and I needed to go home. You know, obviously, like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, and I'm not trying to be rude to the homeless, but those are the people that I do not want to help. Another story I have for you, again, in Port Authority bus terminal. Okay, I was coming down, I had just left it, walking towards Times Square to be able to get to work, and a homeless man comes up to me. He says, "Hey, listen, can I get, can we buy some, I need to buy some food. I want to buy some snacks." I'm like, "Okay, all right, well, fine." We weren't that far from Port Authority. I figured, okay, well, it's not, I have a little bit of time. I could buy him some snacks. So I took him in, and he wanted Oreos. I was like, okay, fine. Oreos, not a big deal. Then he started to get greedy.
Number 46. Right.
Suddenly it was like, oh, why don't we get this too? Why don't we get this? Why don't we get this? And at that point, I was like, listen, dude, you're only getting this, okay? Do not take advantage of my niceness. This is all you're getting, and that's it. And you know what? What was even more? You know how I know he was using me? He went right up to a lady who was at one of those ATM machines, and I know he was going to ask her for money or to buy him something. And in my mind, I was thinking, you son of a gun. You son of a gun. I should have called him out. But I didn't, because I didn't want to start anything that could potentially get me or that woman that was at the ATM hurt. So, look, I'm sure there are people out there are homeless people in New York City who are genuinely struggling. And maybe they just need a little help. As I'm sure this is the case in LA, Chicago, a lot of other major cities in the U.S., because homelessness is a problem. But those people, I remember specifically a news story where I'm like, you know what? Good on this kid. This is the kind of kid that I would help out. This kid ended up being homeless after graduating college. He ended up being homeless, no job or anything. So he decides to go to an intersection in Los Angeles, I think it was. But rather than asking people for change, what he does is he hands out his resume. He hands it out. He doesn't know who he's handing it out to, but you know what? He stands out there, he hands out his resume, he's looking for a job. He's looking to get himself out of being homeless. Those are the kind of stories that are fantastic. So the people that go down on rotten luck or have a tough time after a certain point in their lives, fine. I'm willing to help those, but I'm not willing to help people who want money for other purposes. I'm just saying, I recognize there are different homeless people out there. So I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea that all homeless people are bad. No. Some people are actually good. Some are just down on their luck and they need a little help. I can understand that. But there are those who just take advantage. And those are the people you don't help. Those people are just us. That's all I'm saying. So, this is not a rant against homeless people. This is a rant against homeless people who take advantage and are not really interested in improving their lives. Nope. Come on, Brock.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Blues, Number 45. Uribe.
So, but on a lighter note, someone give me something lighter to talk about.
Now back the right field.
Up, double XP forever. So now we're at that point in the game. Oh, you redeemed it? You did. I'll play against you this time, not feeling co-op right now. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you're going to crush me. You're absolutely going to crush me, but that's alright. Oh, you're doing a set one team build? Alright, man. Oh, why did I do that? Alright, Duran's only going to have a 2-run lead to work with, so hopefully he can do something. No, I really don't care for... I don't really care for the cards that... the Keith Hernandez or Tim Salmon card. I really don't care. Those are merely just so that I can complete the final collection. Otherwise, I have no interest in those cards. Unless somebody makes me do a Angels team build. Strike 3, sit down. And honestly, 50,000 stubs was a bit much for both packs. That was a bit much. They, at the very least, they should have had it. They should have had it at 25,000. Strike 3, sit down. 50,000 for 2 packs, or 50,000 each pack for 2 packs is rather expensive. And now I'm below 1 million stubs, so now I gotta sell off my duplicates and try to build up my stub count again. Nope. Sorry, Mike Trout. You're just gonna have to wait till I get back up over 1 million to be able to do it. Like, fine, I can sympathize with that sentiment. I get that. But, I don't know. I just like to have it, just so I can keep buying packs, you know? Hang on, let me do this real quick. Let's see. Well, there's only one left here. And that's Grady Sizemore. So he's got to be in center. Who's in center? That would be... is it Parker Meadows? Yeah, it's Parker. What's up, Bray? How are you? And then we're going to go with... not Pudge. I'm thinking George Brett here. I really am. So let's do Brett. Have him replace maybe he'll do Kilbrew. Nah, we'll have him play in his natural position. And then let me do this. I should be able to quick sell them. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to. Never mind. Crap. And of course I get no one. Alright, so let me just make a couple changes to the lineup. Mike Trout Bomb? Oh, I see. I see. You're playing events. Okay. Cool, man. Is it the mile? Is it the one from the chase pack? Ugh. All right, Landon. Let's do. Is it that one? I don't remember which one is the milestone one. But Landon, let's do our game. Okay. Yeah, that's the milestone one. Let's play in good old Che. Goes from the chase pack. All right. There are so many Trout cards that are out there. I'm pretty sure we have like 4 or 5. Because you have the World Baseball Classic one. You have the All-Star one. You have the Milestone one. What other one is there? Pretty sure there's a Captain one. Oh, there's the Finest one. So that's 4.
Mike Trout.
Wow, that was horrible. Like I said, Landon, I think you're going to crush me. But, hey, I never turned down the challenge. Right, but there are like 4 or 5 Mike Trout cards. In fact, the World Baseball Classic one, the Milestone one. And oh yeah, well, sure, fair enough. But I mean, some of the Legends don't, or some of the Flashback or Legends cards don't have Live Series cards, so I don't know if I count the Live Series. My bad, I didn't mean to do that. What's up, O-Town? How are ya? Oh, shit.
That is good. The right fielder,
Oh, okay. Well, good luck. Keep it fair.
0-1's the count.
Is it a Fairfield University game? Oh, well, no. Actually, it's not. High school. Yeah, that's what I thought. It had to be high school. because with college they tend not to. They gotta have like official. My high school girls had a varsity game tonight as well. Oh, okay. But it's not the game that you're refereeing. Ah, frick. What's up, to bring up? Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you there. Just kind of was talking to O-Town. Oh, Brave, I'm sorry. I thought it was O-Town who made that comment about the high school girls, team. O-Town.
Leading off for the Lions, the shortstop, Francisco.
Don't know what you're talking about.
0-1.
Right.
0-2 at the count.
Not now. I'll talk about. I can talk about it later, but right now I can't. I can't talk about it.
Nice try, Ramon.
God dang it. How do I feel about Bader? I mean, look, I've come to accept that the Mets are not competing this year. So, like, I don't mind the Bader signing, especially to me. It just seemed like to get another outfielder here.
Nice try, Ramon.
The only issue that I have with it is that they gave Bader David Wright's number. And for me, like, obviously 5 is not retired, but eventually I think it will be. So,
0-2.
you know, I just...
Nice try, Ramon.
Not focusing. I'm sorry, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So that's the only thing I don't like, is that I know it's going to be retired eventually, so I'm not in favor of it being given out willy-nilly, especially to someone like Bader. But it isn't retired right now, so I guess on a 1-year deal, it's not that big of a deal. But I just don't want it to start a trend. I will say, though, you know, while I was there when they retired Willie Mays' number, I don't think they should have retired that number. Now, obviously, I'm partial to 24. It's my favorite number, or one of my favorite numbers. 12 is also another favorite number. But you know, like, to me, Willie Mays was not New York Mets baseball. He was New York Giants baseball. Yeah, I'll give him that. But the Mets are not the Giants. You know, the Giants are out in San Francisco. So to me, it just didn't seem, you know, at the time it seemed pretty neat, but I'll be honest, now that I think about it, I'd rather they have not done that. You know, to me, the next numbers that should be retired are number 8 for Gary Carter, number 18 for Darryl Strawberry, and number 16 for Doc Gooden before we get to David Wright. Those should be the next numbers that get retired.
Full count.
What am I playing? So right now, me and Landon are doing a 1v1 game. He didn't feel like co-op, so he wanted a 1v1, which is fine. You know, I have no problem doing a 1v1 if it's requested.
Whoa, that's down.
But I leave that up to, you know, you guys to determine if you want to 1v1 me or if you want to beat me or if you want to play with me in co-op. That's why the option is there. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not that tough of a person to beat in 1v1. You know, obviously I'm terrible. I'm terrible online, so I'm almost like a free win.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Whoa, down.
But I do have my moments from time to time. I haven't played in about a week. Online is too sweaty. Fair enough. I mean, when I go online eventually with this team lineup, it's merely going to be for grinding them to super factor. I already have a couple Mets that are super factored already, but you know, I need more than that.
Nice try, Ramon.
That slider is just so deceptive. It's like you can't tell.
All ones the count.
I don't know what the hell I'm going to do for, you know.
No ball, 2 strikes.
I don't know what the hell I'm going to do online. People are just going to figure me out. Not patient at all.
Nice
Maybe
try,
I should
Ramon.
just do events. You know, just do events. Just get the XP there with all my hitters. Hey, look at that! Finally a base hit. But yeah, I got to figure something out.
The second baseman,
You know, the events would be easy to do it would be easy to do the get the batters XP in the events. You know, ranked seasons, I see that more as like getting I see that more as
1 ball, 2 strikes.
like for the pitchers. Because you're certainly not going to do it in the events. The events you don't have any time. Besides, events you can only do common pitchers anyway, since it's the moonshot event.
Or 2 is the count.
My bad, I tried to hold up on that.
Batting 9.
Hold on.
Second baseman,
Can't see.
Not here.
Okay. Was hoping that it would have gone in between the legs there.
All one's the count.
But when I get to grinding the parallel XP
Nice try,
with the Mets
Ramon.
players, then I'll figure that stuff out. Ugh. Thank you, Stabringa. I appreciate the sub. I appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you. Now, if I were on my thing, or if I were streaming from a capture card, then I would have like an alert for that. But unfortunately, I just don't have the internet to do that. Porto, please get there. Please get there. Woo! He had the runaways. He had the runaways on that one. So what's the, aside from team, or is it just a set one team build, or is there like another layer to this team build, Landon? Just set one? All right.
Now that designated hitter. Babe Ruth.
You know, because one of my other viewers is doing like a similar, doing a team build, but the thing is they have, like, they do it based on attributes. So one person that I was talking, so this viewer that I was talking to, he told me that he does, his team build was, some of it was focused on power, like he had 125 across the board, or not 125, but rather over 120 for both righties and lefties. So someone like Kyle Schwarber, I think Ken Griffey Jr. was part of that. Like, that's how he did it. And then another one was vision. Had to have a lot of vision. Had to have like 99 vision or 95 vision.
Nice try,
He was telling me all about. He was telling me all about it.
Now that the designated hitter.
And I thought, oh, that's interesting. That's actually a good challenge. So when I put the channel reward up there for team builds,
Nice
you know,
try,
I don't want people just to think that they're being limited to a specific team. You can have whatever requirement you want me to fulfill. I mean, I have a lot of I have a lot of cards that I could easily do like an attribute team build around.
1-0.
Attaboy, Nemo.
Leading off for the Lions, the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Come on, guys. We need to get more than one hit. I understand it's Bob Gibson, but...
No ball, 2 strikes.
But come on.
Nope. That's out.
Nice try, Ramon.
Crap.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Man, that was a close one. I was ready for that to be strike 3. By the way, guys, I just want to
Nice try,
remind you
Ramon.
that Monday will be a 6 o'clock stream because I am working the morning. So it will be a 6 o'clock stream on Monday. Just a reminder, putting that out there.
Nice try, Ramon.
No, Debringa. When MLB The Show 24 comes out, when it comes out, that's when I'm gonna drop MLB The Show 23. I'm sorry, Landon. I was stupid. I had a monetary lapse of judgment and completely forgot that we're online. So trying to do whatever the whatever the catcher indication or targeting or whatever. I wasn't thinking. Just shows you how much sleep I've gotten lately, which is little next to none.
Oh, that's low.
What's up, cheater? How are ya?
Oh. All ones the count.
Doing good? That's good to hear, man.
Now batting, catcher,
Ugh.
Posada.
Ball 1, no strike.
Ow. Ow. Nice. Ah, frick. I left that one. One too many times. I went to the well. I hung that one and I knew it.
That's a ball. Count 1-0. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Ah.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just hate that I got burned on that home run. That solo shot. Oh boy, you're bringing in the big guns. You're bringing in Otani. Oh boy.
2 strikes.
So
Nice try, Ramon.
I say he can.
Now that's second baseman. Not here.
Need to be consistent on getting the sleep your body requires, especially for us big boys. I hear you to bring up, but here's the thing, like, I get home around or just before
Nice
9
try,
o'clock
Ramon.
on regular days, like my normal shift days. So, and then I have to wake up at 2:30. Sometimes I pitch it to, sometimes I push it to 3 o'clock, especially now that I know that I can. Say Carmel.
Leading off for Alaska.
Okay.
Shortstop.
Um,
Jones.
1-1.
what was I going on about? Something. Hey, Kodai, do you want to maybe get the ball into the zone? You're gonna go? Oh, alright, well, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hey. Oh, yeah, right, my sleep schedule. So, you're talking about, you know, maybe, oh, I could have had that. Yeah, we were second practice. Okay, man. Good luck in practice. Hopefully you show them. Hey, Grayson, how are you?
Outside, that's the ball.
Just gonna cook up a steak? Alright. Enjoy that steak. But yeah, anyway, I get home at like 9 o'clock, and then I go to bed, and, you know, I don't wake up until 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock if I'm gonna push it, which nowadays I will. Or I'll do a lot more of it. Frick. So when it's all said and done, you know, I'm looking at maybe 5 or 6 hours sleep. Doing good, cold chase pack Joe Mauer today. Nice. I have still not gotten my trout, but I'm not going to buy any more chase packs for a while because because I just had to drop 100,000 on the 2 Finders Keepers packs that came out today. So I'm not gonna purchase a chase packs until I get back over 1 million stubs.
That's ball 2.
I know it seems silly, but you know, I don't know what. Well, obviously, I know nothing else is gonna come. Nothing else is gonna. Really, Conforto? Nothing else is really going to come out, but I just like to have the stubs just in case. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm playing Landon. Yeah, he didn't feel like doing a co-op. He wanted to do a 1v1, so here we are. Although now he's got me in the 7th inning, so one more run, and, you know, then he just needs to get me out 3 more times in the 7th, and this game is over. Mercy rule. Yeah, it was a slacking. Kodai Senga is going to be one that is going to be tough to pitch with. Kind of makes my whole grind for him rather useless, you know? It's like, this Kodai Senga card is supposed to be good, and yet I'm getting slacked with it.
Now, Tyler.
0-1's the count.
By the way, guys, excuse me. I know it says I started the stream an hour ago, and that's right. I did start it an hour ago, but I can assure you that I can push it to a full 3-hour stream, because now my schedule has changed again. So I can push it to the full 3 hours. You know, no longer a hard out at 6.
Ball inside.
Ugh.
That's in. Ball 2.
I swear to God, Pete, if you don't drive in Keith Hernandez here, we got problems. Thank you. I don't care that Pete Alonso gets out. I just care that we're finally on the board. Small victories. Ooh, that reminds me. At some point, I have to call PlayStation. Got to figure out what the hell is going on with their remote play app. How's Keith Hernandez? In real life or in the game? Like what I'm using. I'm not, by the way, I'm not using the Keith Hernandez card that was in the Finders Keepers pack. I'm not using that card. I'm using the set 4 one from the ranked seasons. That card I absolutely raked with.
0-1, no strike.
I mean, I forget what his stats were, but he had like an over 300 average, and he had like 5 home runs, so he had an OPS over 1,000. So it's for me, it's a really good card. And mind you, a lot of those stats that I got with Keith Hernandez were in ranked seasons. Okay, I guess Landon wants to end this game now. I just made a bad choice in going with John Franco.
0-1.
You were streaming today and... Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Dang, that sucks.
0-1's the count.
Well, sounds like you're going to have to get a new router and everything.
I got 3 and 2.
You know, I sometimes I really don't understand why people do that.
Second baseman, Cattell Marte.
He's out.
Gold glove, Keith Hernandez. Gotta love it.
Leading off for the Lions, the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Your attention, please. Now pitching, Eric Gunning.
That's why you gotta be careful. You need a secure router or a secure Wi-Fi.
He's out. Oh and 1. No ball, 2 strikes.
Nice try, Ramon.
Dang! That was the pitch I was looking for, and yet I couldn't capitalize. Wow.
0-1's the count.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that always happens, gamer. At the end of the year, in MLB The Show, they always do double XP.
The batter, number 1.
So whatever you need to get done, go get it done.
0 and 1.
Am I gonna get a home run? Well, even if this isn't a home run. Wow! Alright, GG's Landon. Wow. Wow. Dang it. I know, I was kind of hopeful that would have been a home run for McNeil, but I mean, I really didn't want to allow ISIS, but whatever. In this context, I know, cheater. Yeah. Dude, cheater, I've been through I've lived through how many election years have I done? 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016. I've been through like seven election years. 7. This always happens. I don't know why, but it always happens. So, well, now I don't think I need the saves with Duran anymore. Right? I don't need the saves. Nope. I don't need the saves. So, I can just focus on, you're going to vote in 2028? All right, man. I remember the first election that I ever voted in was 2018. It was a midterm election, so it wasn't for... Yeah, but cheater, even if Biden can't run, Biden wouldn't be able to run. I mean, by he's going to be in his 90s. No, but I'm just I want this to be clear. 2028 is where we're going to get new candidates. Donald Trump is not going to run, and Joe Biden's not going to run. So we're going to have new candidates come 2028. But for this year, the way it's looking, plenty of time still, but the way it's looking, it's going to be Trump versus Biden. That's the way the presidential election is going to go. At least it seems like to me, unless something amazing happens. No, not forever. Trump would be limited to one term, or to that one. If he were to win in 2024, he can only serve between 2025 and 2029, and then that'd be it. Because that would be his second term. So 2028, we're going to get new candidates. I don't know who they're going to be, but we're going to have new candidates. What do you mean Obama should still be president? No, he served his 2 terms. He's done. Biden's done. Or not Biden, Obama. Obama's done. Alright, we're going to do play versus CPU now. Who should we do? Who's this Reese Olson guy? I don't even know who that is. Oh, he's a Tigers pitcher. Well, I have 2 twins. I know to bring up, honestly, like, I look at 2008 and I thought that was the best, those were the best candidates that we could have, Obama and McCain, because I thought they were both really good candidates. Honestly, I believe it weren't for the economical financial crisis of 2008, I think McCain would have won. But I thought both McCain and Obama were great candidates. Now you look at 2016, 2020, and now this year, pretty far-fetched from what we had in 2008. So I'm on it. Honestly, I think I'm with you to bring up. I don't think either. I don't. Well, I can't really give a fair assessment of Obama because Obama was elected when I was still in middle school, so I wasn't paying attention to politics at the time. That's why I can't give him a fair assessment. I mean, you know, I just can't give a fair assessment because I didn't really pay attention to his presidency beyond or yeah, I was in like I was still in middle school at the time, so you know I wasn't paying attention to politics back then. Oh, whoops! I went too far. You know what? We'll keep Sonny Gray in there. Who cares? Who cares? You know what? I think we'll give Corey Kluber a shot. It's it's play versus CPU, so who cares? The thing that I remember about Obama's presidency is when we sat down during
Minoso.
when we sat down to watch his inauguration, because at the time it was a big deal. You know, you're talking about the first black president, and that was a huge deal even back then. So,
Batting second.
you know, I remember during the school day we actually all watched it. The school day was paused so that we could all see it.
Pull, that's inside. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, cheater, can we tone it down a little bit? I mean, you have every right to, you know, be rah-rah about whatever president you want, but this isn't just a conservative-only chat. This is a lot of people with a lot of different views here. So I don't want to start any political fights or anything. I don't want any I don't want any tensions. That's all I'm saying. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't want to comment on it. Because I'm not going to indicate what my political views are. You know, I believe everyone has a right to a political opinion. Well, there's not many mods that are going to do that, gamer, unfortunately. And I'm not going to silence someone just because of their political opinion. So I'm not going to do it. Although if it gets to a point where suddenly we're targeting people because of race, religion, sex, whatever, then that's where I draw a line. But in terms of politics, you know, I free speech. Gamer's not a mod. Yeah, he never did have the power. You can tell because you can look at his gamer tag and you can see there's no sword by his name. So he doesn't have
Leading off for the Rockies. The left fielder, Charlotte Blackman.
0-1.
Do y'all remember when Trump was slipping down the stairs at the the Air Force graduation? Y'all remember that?
4-1.
Just trying to keep it fair and balanced here. Strike three, sit down. Whoa, okay, hold on now. Hold on here, cheater. No one's calling for any communism or anything. Alright? Let's not call anyone or compare anyone to dictators. Yeah, cheater, that did. I remember watching it too. Because I had to cover it. You know, we as a news organization was covering, and he slipped down the he was slipping down the ramp. I mean, do you blame the Red Sox to bring up? Honestly? Well, I can't really comment on Canada's leadership because I really have no idea. I don't know the first thing about Canadian politics. I will say, though, it seems like Trudeau has been in office for a long time, so maybe it is time for someone different. But again, I'm not giving that. I'm not calling for his ouster or anything. I don't know Canadian politics. It just seems like to me he's been there for a while, and it might be good for a change in leadership. But again, I don't know Canadian politics, gamer. I don't know it, so I'm not calling for his ouster. I'm just commenting that it seems like he's been in power for a long time. Foul ball. Of course! Perfect foul ball! When Grady needed a hit. So you're just gonna give me the hit anyway. The heck?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 18, Ryan.
Ball one.
I'm still trying to get past him marrying his ice. Who, Trudeau? Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Ball.
Like I said, I know nothing about Canadian politics. So that's why I don't comment on it.
The catcher, Joe Mauer.
I mean, look, if you guys ever want to see entertainment in politics, I invite you to go watch go watch a debate in UK government. The way they just go rah 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 with each other, it's the most hilarious thing I think I've ever seen. You think we're disgruntled? Just go watch a section of that. Our politics are gonna look sane compared to that. Of course, the UK's election thing. I'm still trying to understand it. So the only way that they can elect a new prime minister is if they oust the prime minister, or if the prime minister is ousted, and then they have an election to determine which party has the control in the government, and then that party chooses the prime minister. I mean, someone explain that to me, because I'm kind of confused by it. Bet my life savings? That's a lot of money.
Leading off for the Rockies, the second baseman.
I don't do gambling, cheater.
McMahon.
See, I'm not one of those guys that does it, mainly because at this point I really have a hard time watching sports, so it's very difficult for me to be able to,
Batting fifth,
excuse me,
the third baseman.
it's difficult for me to, like, get an assessment on who's good and who's not. Sorry, excuse me. They have to form coalitions among various parties to vote in a new prime minister. I wish the U.S. had more than two major parties. Me too, Debringa. Honestly, I think at this point both Democrats and Republicans are just out of touch with the American people.
Inside, ball one.
But I mean, we have the system that we have. So we'll see what happens with this third party that's trying to, the no labels party, I think it's called, because they're supposed to go out with I've heard that West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin is supposed to might be running as a third candidate. I mean, he's indicated in the past that he would run if it came down to Trump versus Biden again. And it seems like it's going to go that way. So we may have Senator Manchin running for president. What's my go-to alcohol drink? I have several. So the first one I ever had, or the first one is Jack and Coke. I always go for that, although now I'm kind of going towards rum and Coke. That's more my thing, because rum is not as hard as Jack is.
The center fielder.
And then when I want something kind of like fun, just quick, not going to really get drunk off of it, I usually go for a Mike's Hard. And then, what else?
The third baseman, number 5.
I'm more like a cocktail kind of guy. Oh, wine. That's the other thing, too. I like wine. White wine, specifically. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course I've gotten drunk. Of course I have. I just don't do it often, because one, I don't need to, and second, when I do it, I only do it around family. Because I know my family is going to keep me from pushing it. They might have a few laughs at me, which I'm fine, like I'm drunk, but I know they're at least they're not gonna let me make a fool out of myself or do something that I would end up regretting. But I haven't been able to drink alcohol for 20 years. See the Mets, love Long Island iced tea. I did have a Long Island iced tea once, but I will say I was not a big fan of it. All my time living on Long Island, and in fact, I never had a Long Island iced tea when I was there. Never had it. I only had it when I got back to Jersey. You had an 8th grader chug 9 beers before? Well, first of all, that 8th grader should not be doing that, because that's underage drinking by at least 8 years. 7 or 8 years. So that's underage drinking. That shouldn't be happening. Like, maybe when you're 18, alright, just as long as it doesn't get too crazy. An alien in Miami? I don't know what you're talking about, honestly.
Batting it, the catcher.
Oh, are you talking about an illegal immigrant? Is that what you're talking about? Because when you said alien, I thought you were talking about like that alien, alien-like body or corpse that they found in Mexico.
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Alan Trejo.
Oh, no, I don't think he's talking about an illegal immigrant. Maybe he is talking about a spaceman. I don't know. I did not, I can tell you I did not hear about this, cheater. Although, maybe I'll hear about it when I go into work tonight. Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the shortstop, Tim.
Called what?
Now batting, the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. The left fielder,
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to offend you, cheater. But when you said alien, I couldn't tell if you were saying the spaceman or if you were talking about an illegal immigrant. My apologies. My intention is not to offend anyone here.
Runner, he's going. He's safe.
No, that was wrong of me to assume. Attaboy, Brett. Ugh.
the first baseman, number 35. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockets, number 61, Justin.
Okay, I appreciate that, cheater. No, my intention was not to offend anyone. I assumed the wrong thing when we were talking about aliens. Oh, jeez. Wait, isn't that like the second time you told me it's taken food from you?
0-1's the count.
Dude, you need to put your food somewhere where your dog's not going to get it. You especially don't want them to eat a steak bone. I don't know if you're eating bone steak or boneless, but You got to be careful if you're eating steak that's not boned, because if your dog gets a hold of it and eats and swallows the bone, that could be thousands of dollars to get that surgically removed. Just a warning. And it can do serious damage to your dog's system, so make sure, so hopefully it's boneless. Strike 3, sit down. Okay, well then it's boneless. Although you can cut a steak that has a bone in it, but if you're cutting your entire steak, then it's boneless. I'm assuming it's boneless. How do you like your steaks? Like, do you like it medium? Do you like it rare? Do you like it, well done? I can never understand people's, I don't understand why people like meat that is, like, to me it's got to be well done, but not so well done that it's as hard as charcoal.
0-1.
So I guess medium well. That's where I would go with my meat. But I don't understand how people can like rare meat.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Like, to me, it's just so soggy and just it's gross to me. So gross.
The batter, number 7.
It's the holiday season, so you could get checked. I'm not gonna go there. Sorry, Debringa. I know what you're referencing, and I love that, movie, but I'm not going there. I can't go there. Ah, good for you, Grayson. I thought the gentlemanly rule was kiss and don't tell. I actually just watched the A Christmas Story Christmas on Netflix. I mean, I loved how they build off of that. To me, it was good. Like, I mean, not like not like the Christmas Story, or not like the original film, but it was still good. Yes, cheater.
The center fielder, number 24, Grady Sizemore.
Do I like A1 sauce? Not really. Not really. I'm more. When I eat steak, I like to have ketchup. Like, I like to put like a little ketchup on my plate. Cut off a piece of steak, and then I'll dip it in the ketchup. Delicious. Trust me, it's delicious. Sorry, I'm just referencing something that my coworkers, or my former coworker, said at work, and we just have it as a button now. Ah, dang it. Yeah, it's hold on. Yeah. The Trump way? What's the Trump way? Ooh, I thought better of that. Yeah, listen, man, that's good for you, Grayson. Glad you got your first kiss.
Out.
Well, that's all right. Harmon Killebrew wasn't gonna. Killebrew wasn't gonna count
Hold on to
anyway
the count.
towards. Well, he was gonna count towards the program, but he's not a big part of it. The bigger part was getting Minoso, Sizemore, Brett, Thomas, and Mauer to get some hits.
Ball, that's outside.
Although I kind of wish they had a starting pitcher. I really wish they did in this program. I hate
Ball two.
I hate the what's it called? I hate the programs that don't
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I hate the programs that don't have a starting pitcher in it. Or don't have a starting pitcher as one of the bosses. Trump likes it well done and with ketchup. I like it. You should not have faith in the millennials. You should not.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just like I don't have any faith in the Gen Zers.
Ball in.
That generation is way too weird for me right now. Seriously, what was this latest fad about Stanley Cups? And I'm not talking about the trophy and for winning the championship in the NHL. These are like Stanley Cups that people are going crazy over in Target and Starbucks. Like they're just buying them up left and right, and I don't understand it. It's a Gen Z thing, and I don't understand. Help me understand. I can't understand this generation.
Now back, the second.
It's like I think they were also the ones who decided that they were gonna buy up GameStop stock just to screw over the rich. It's like, why? There's not many GameStops that are around my area, and I love GameStop. Like, to me, GameStop when I was a kid, greatest place on earth. But I wouldn't have saved it. Honestly, who cares? It could go bankrupt and that's fine.
Hey.
These days everyone's just buying all the video games on their consoles anyway. So I really don't understand what the whole point of that was. Gen Z, you guys are weird for me right now. Y'all are confusing the living hell out of me. I don't understand this generation at all. And that's scary as hell.
0-1.
That's scary as hell. Oh, you're not Gen Z? Oh, sorry. I thought you were Gen Z. It's so funny. Yesterday, I keep saying sorry, and my coworker finally. Oh, you are Gen Z. Oh, okay. Well, then I think I take back my sorry. But I know I say sorry a lot, and my coworker pointed it out to me last night, and she's like, "You gotta stop saying that because it says that it gives you a negative connotation."
Now batting, left field.
No, I have not heard that word, Grayson. I didn't say you were, but I'm just saying, like, from what I'm seeing from Gen Z, it's very weird. It's very, very weird. The Stanley Cups were only the latest fad.
That's outside.
Well, I've never heard of it, Grayson, so if that's a Gen Z thing, then, again, weird. But then again, you know, millennials, we have the term lit. That's our term.
Your attention, please.
Let's get lit. And like, and believe me, I don't say it at all.
No, that's a foul ball.
I mean, cheater, it's a double standard for us. It's a double standard when it comes to texting. Girls can have all the time in the world. They can have all the time in the world to text. We don't have a right to complain. But they have every right to complain about us if we don't reply to them in 6 seconds. So I'm sorry, it's backwards. It's the girls have to get to wait as long as possible. It's the men that have to reply quickly.
The batter, the designated hitter, Carmen Killer.
I think I've heard it, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what it means.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 39. Yes.
Thank you, Debringa. Yeah. Okay, not going there. Not going there. I'm not commenting on a girl's appearance. That's one way to easily get myself in the doghouse for life.
Now batting, the left fielder, Minnie Minoso.
Oh, I'm sorry, Debriga. I didn't realize I was saying your name, your gamer tag wrong. Again, there I go with the whole apology thing. I'm sorry, I can hear my coworker in my ear going like, "Stop saying sorry." Honestly, I don't even know why she brought it up to me in the first place. Like, who cares if I say sorry or my apologies or my mistake? Like, I really don't understand. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Sprained his arm and rest. He can't play. Oh, shoot, man. Was he a vital... well, I'm assuming he was a vital part of your team. Ah, man. I remember I sprained my arm, or I sprained my wrist when I was playing a basketball game because I landed, like, I tried to catch myself, and so when I landed, I was like,
Number 40, Tyler.
I was like that, like I had my thing, I had my hand flat, ready to catch myself, and I did it but I landed in a way that it did like a minor hairline fracture in my wrist. So I couldn't finish out the season. The Jaguars have to win this weekend to be able to get the division, right? Only apologize, but that's exactly what my coworker said. Geez, Debriga, are you sure you're not my coworker right now? I mean, that's up to you, cheater. I'm not one to tell you. I'm not one to tell you how you should what you should do. That's up to you. Your decision. Yeah, Jets are bad. Jets are bad. Jets are bad. But, I mean, considering that we have a chance to... Considering that the Jets have a chance to finish with a 7-10 record, which is about the same as what they did last year, considering that they didn't have Aaron Rodgers, I think I would still take that as a bit of a win. I mean, now we know for a fact that Zach Wilson cannot be quarterback of the Jets. We need a better backup. Your ex texted you today, and she says you miss it. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, I can't tell you how to respond to that. I mean, if you're... I mean, if you don't want to really hear it from her, then fine. That's all you have to say. Aaron Rodgers is going to get sued. See, this is why people need to be careful about what they say. That's why I try to be careful whenever I come on stream, and I make sure I don't say anything that would offend anyone. Because stuff like that opened up Rodgers to defamation.
Up next to Colorado, the right fielder.
I'm done with Zach Wilson, cheater. You know what I also heard from? I think this was from The Athletic. It turns out Joe Douglas didn't even want Zach Wilson. He wanted to take a tackle in that draft. He wanted to take a tackle, but he got overruled. Which is odd because it's the GM who should be making the pick. It shouldn't be anyone else. So I kind of wonder if Woody Johnson may have forced Douglas to choose Zach Wilson. I mean, don't forget, Zach Wilson's family is friends with Woody Johnson, so it would not surprise me. Strike 3, sit down. I'll say this about Saleh. His defense got exposed. His defense definitely got exposed, especially the last couple of weeks. So I don't think he's as great of a defensive coach as we make him out to be. As far as the offense goes, he had to work with what he's got. He didn't have Brees Hall last year, keep in mind. So his offense was very limited, and he had to work with Matt LaFleur or Mike LaFleur, who honestly, right now, him and Nathaniel Hackett are kind of tied for worst offensive coordinators in Jets history. What's up, Dark Knight Killa? Happy holidays to you and Happy New Year. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, I'm sure a lot of people get nervous before basketball games. Cheater. It's normal. I used to get, whenever I played basketball, I always used to get nervous whenever the ball ended up in my hands. I always got nervous at that because it was like, I thought it was so fast-paced and the defender would come up on me so quickly that I wasn't sure if I was supposed to pass out. I wanted to pass out, but sometimes I would freeze and just shoot the ball. I wouldn't say I was a ball hog, because I didn't play all that much to be a ball hog, but strike three, sit down. But I always got nervous that way. I wouldn't say I forgot. It's just, I would always just end up shooting the ball. Because if I tried to pass, I was afraid someone was just going to steal it. But they couldn't steal it if I shot it. I haven't played basketball since I was 13.
Yeah. One ball.
So it has been a long, long time since I've played any basketball.
Leading off for Long Island, the designated hitter.
But it's all. But my point is, cheater, that it's fine to be nervous. It's fine. Just remember that when the game starts and when your number is called, just make sure you make the most of your opportunity. You don't have to be all selfish or anything. You just got to make good. You just got to make good plays. So I take it you enjoyed your holiday, Dark Knight. Dark Knight Killer. If you're saying that you've enjoyed the last few weeks, then sounds like to me you enjoyed your holidays. One there, Franco on Icarus, and I loved it. Really? Is that what he said? Oh boy. Yes, sir, I did indeed. I've been catching up on gaming and such. Got all the new sports iterations, including the show 23, of course. Been playing the heck out of it. All right, man. All right. Yeah, I'm still playing it, as you can tell. I mean, I'm almost at the point where I can, I'm gonna start grinding. I'm gonna start doing my Mets team build, and I'm gonna take it online. I need to finish up some of the team affinity programs before I go any further.
That's a ball.
Not because I feel like I missed something with the Mets, but because rather I just want to make sure that I have no excuse to be playing offline once I'm done with them, or while I'm doing the Mets team build.
The catcher.
Right now I'm just doing the AL Central Team Affinity.
Nope, that's a ball. Ball one, no strike. Hey! One ball, two strikes.
Yet see,
That's down.
if he admits to having a relationship with a minor, and you also have to remember that it was reported the mother of the teen also took in money. So we're almost going into like I don't think he's gonna come back, Grayson. I mean, he's gonna fight for a while against these charges in the DR. It's gonna I think it's gonna be like a year or whatever. Sounds fun. I've just been messing around. I equally suck at them, but enjoy them all. I'm the old man of the group here. Life is short. Be kind to others and enjoy the time. I wish I had known when I was. Believe me, Debriga, I am with you on that. I wish what I knew now, I had known like 10, 15 years ago. Honestly, I would have done a lot better in school, and and I think I would be enjoying life more. I would have also made some different decisions than I did, but whatever. Oh, sweet. We got... Okay, so then I could get Andres Jimenez then. We can put him at second. Who do we have at second? Is it Tim Anderson? No. It's on Andy Ibanez. That's who it is. It shouldn't matter because I can't quick sell them anyway. That sucks. That really does suck. That I can't quick sell those cards. All right, so I'm almost done here. You know, only 18 or 17,500 to go. Let's see. All the classics are done. Still got Minnie Minoso and Grady Sizemore to do. Still got Brett to do. And I just did the AL Central Bosses thing. Also have Jimenez as well. So... Okay, so Royals and Guardians are next. All right, let me just change the lineup one more time. Already finished the XP Forever reward program. Yeah, no, I haven't grinded that like crazy. I'm sorry, Jimenez needs to be behind George Brett. Where am I at with hits for... I'm at 8 and 6, right? For Minoso and Sizemore? Yeah. Okay, so then I don't need too much with them left. All right, we're going to do one more game, and then I'll end the stream. Let's do Corey Kluber again, because why not? Why not? Ouch. I mean, I'm sure I'll get the XP mission done at some point. Grayson, why are you inviting me to play MLB The Show? Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. If it's an accident, it is what it is. Apparently, the Supreme Court is agreeing to hear whether or not Trump can run for president after January 6th riots. So I'm just seeing that now.
The third baseman, number 5.
Okay, well.
George Brett.
I don't know what's going to happen. Do not know what's going to happen with that, but I'm not going to comment on it. Ooh, wow. Andres Jimenez leading it off with a home run. Nice. Frank Thomas is going deep too. Nice. Yes, sir. No doubt. Oh, wow. There was some doubt about that one, but see, now I'm getting the perfects, which is good, because that means it's more likely going to be a hit then. And a nice triple with Joe Mauer. Perfect. I mean, Dark Knight, this is on the easiest difficulty.
Ball 1, no strike.
No, I really don't care. I'm probably going to hear about it. I might hear about it at Work Cheater, but otherwise, nah. I'd rather not, because I don't know anything about it. And honestly, I don't want to know anything about it. Not until I get into work. Then we'll see if it's something worth looking into.
No ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
The snowstorm is tomorrow night. Oh well. You're gonna have to deal with that. At least I have Sunday.
No ball,
Sunday off, and then Monday I go into work. Hopefully it's not bad when I leave. But I guess we'll see. Strike 3, sit down. My area is supposed to get a few inches of snow, yeah. I live in North Jersey, so... Is that it right there? Yep.
Ball, catch inside.
I mean, I don't know if I want. My town has dealt with rain since Christmas, or it might have actually been before Christmas. Yeah, it was before Christmas, and I don't think they want to deal with. I don't think they want to deal with any more rain. Why don't I ever raid people? Well, I've tried in the past, but it's been very difficult. Because usually, I must be doing something wrong. I don't know, but whenever I try, it doesn't work. Believe me, I would love to. I would love to raid people. One, because it helps grow their fan base, and two, you know, that could establish a relations between me and that streamer. Because I like to go for the small guys. I like to go for the guys. I've done that, Grayson, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know if I have to be following the person or what, but I've done that and it doesn't work. Or it hasn't worked. It's always stayed on me for some reason.
The first baseman, number 35.
He's going. He's dead.
Besides, I really don't have a lot of time to be sending. I really don't have a lot of time these days, and I don't want to just raid someone and then completely forget about them. Like, if I'm gonna raid them, I want to make sure that they're people that I would consistently watch. And these days, I don't even watch other Twitch streamers. I don't have time. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, I get home from work around like 9 o'clock. I wake up around 2:30, maybe 3. I stream for 3 hours, and then I go to work. So I don't have a lot of time. Believe me, I want to raid people, but it doesn't work, and I'm not going to raid people that I don't end up watching.
0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, but I also want to try and help those small streamers, you know, those guys that are struggling to become affiliates of Twitch and everything. Like, I try to help those people because I know what that struggle was like. I did it for months before it finally happened for me. Strike 3, sit down. Of course, I know Rez. Yeah. In fact, he's live right now. I know Rez. I'd rate him. But again, I don't know. I don't. It doesn't work for me. I don't know why it doesn't work. Strike 3, sit down. Yes, I know, Grayson. I know. I follow him. He's actually been in here a couple times. Though not lately, but I don't... What is he doing right now? What is he... He's doing MLB The Show. Pre-subathon party? Oh, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure he's rated me. He's rated me before. In fact, I recall... yeah, he has rated me before. I remember. He's got 18 viewers right now. God bless him. God bless him. Okay. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I don't know what he's... It doesn't say exactly what he's streaming. It just says pre-subathon party, so I don't understand what that means.
That's an out. Oh, he's out. Ball one. I got one ball.
Okay. Well, good luck to him with his subathon.
Leading off for the Rockies, the center fielder, Ryan.
I don't know how to do one.
No ball, 2 strikes.
All it is basically your life for 20... No, I can't do that. Nope, can't do that. I work too much. Strike 3, sit down. I can't do it. Also, I went 4 hours in one stream one time, and I felt like I was losing my mind. Imagine if I have to go an additional 20. Not happening. There's not enough Red Bull or Coca-Cola in the world that could possibly keep me up for that long. Attaboy, Brett.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 59.
Excuse me. Dang. Why do we... Wow. That must have been some lunch. Dang. I'm sorry. I dropped the PCI on that one. That's my fault.
Now back, the catcher, Joe Mauer. The bat, number 3, designated hitter, Harmon Killer.
Attaboy, Phil Brew.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Yeah, but again, Grayson, I don't have time for Discord. You have to understand, I don't have time. That's why I can't do a subathon. That's why I can't have a Discord. I don't have time. Even now, I'm kind of pushing it because I'm approaching 6 o'clock, but thankfully my hours changed. But even still, like, I just don't have time. I appreciate it, but I don't have time.
The left fielder.
Unfortunately, that's what happens when you're an adult, Grayson. You find that you're not going to have time because it's going to be work. Then you got to, you got to do some kind of housework or you got to do some kind of chores when you're an adult. And then you got to sleep. And that's your entire day. You're spending a third of the day either working, sleeping, or you're doing something else. Housework, chores, whatever. There's not enough time in the day to be able to do all those things, or there's not enough time in the day to be able to do other things. These 3 hours are the only 3 hours that I have available during the week when I'm working. When I'm not working, then I have a ton of time on my hands. But usually that doesn't come around a lot. Strike 3, sit down.
Ball, that's down. Hey, that ball got.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that nipped me, but
Number 5,
okay.
George Brett.
Okay, so where are my tickets? I'm sorry. I'm looking at my. I'm looking at I'm looking at my emails, and they informed me that uh, some rewards that I redeemed
The
my
first base
points
is number
for
35.
through NASCAR rewards has been shipped to me. The problem is I want to know where my tickets are because I have tickets to a NASCAR race this year, and I want them.
Out.
Leading off for the Rockies, the second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
0-1's the count. Nope. Outside.
Strike three, sit down.
The third baseman, number 7, Brandon Rogers.
0-1. Oh, and 2.
Strike three, sit down.
The first baseman, number 44,
You like Kyle Larson? Yeah, he's good. I like him too. I kind of hate that, he lost the season because
0-1's the
of,
count.
well, actually, I mean, it was still a season, but still, he lost some NASCAR racing to for what he said. And I kind of hate that because he really is a nice guy. He really is.
Leading off for Long Island, the catcher, Joe Mauer.
But, that's why you gotta be careful about what you say. Say the wrong thing, then it can ruin you.
Now batting, designated hitter, Harmon Phillips.
0-1.
God, there's so many freaking emails. I gotta delete here.
Now batting, right
All of it's just useless crap.
Oh, 2 is the count.
My fault. Why did I get fooled like that? Shameful on my part. But I'm glad that he was able to win the 2021 championship. Honestly, he deserved it. He deserved it for the dominant performance that he put on that season. I think he had, 10 wins? So yeah, he definitely deserved to win it. And there's no reason to believe that. Oh my god, now I'm not hitting with Mini Minoso. Which is a problem because I need hits. You have Denny Hamlin? Or are you trying to... Oh, you hate Denny Hamlin. Yeah, a lot of the NASCAR world seems to be going in that direction. I honestly, I don't know if I can really say anything bad about Hamlin, other than I hate his racing style, because he was one of the first drivers that I ever got an autograph from. So, that's why I don't feel like I can criticize him. Other than his racing style, that's it. Like he's definitely being a little bit more like Kyle. Well, not really Kyle Busch, but he's trying to be Dale Earnhardt. But I don't think he really is.
Inside, ball 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll tell you, at Pocono, I used to go to Pocono a lot because it was the closest by where I live, and you know, he was doing like a little Q&A with fans in the paddock area, and his golf cart was waiting outside for him, or waiting in the back behind the stage and everything. So I just waited around there. He got in the back, and before he could speed off, I just yelled over at him, "Hey, can I get you to sign my program?" And he could have sped off. He could have said, "Oh, I'm busy." It was race day, by the way. It was race day. So he had every reason and every right to say no to me. He told his cart driver, "Hold on one second, come on over." And he signed the book for me, or he signed the program for me. So, you know, like I said, he had every reason and every right to turn me down and say I gotta go, but he didn't. That's what I love about Kyle Larson. I truly believe he is a fan's driver. Like, he really understands the importance of fans. I think a lot of them do, but I think Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott definitely understand that a lot more than some other guys. Like, some other guys, they'll just be like, you know, that they'll either be hesitant, they'll walk by you. I remember Jimmy Johnson used to be that way. Jimmy Johnson used to be that way where he wouldn't stop and sign. That's when he was on his 5 championship run. But towards the end of his career, he became more of a fan driver. So he must have gotten out of it and actually realized the importance of fans. Jeff Gordon was always the fan favorite. Wow, I mean, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. would always stop and sign. I'm actually going to tell you this story because this is actually one of the coolest things that ever happened to me as a race fan. So, I'm on pit road at Pocono during qualifying, and they wrap it up, and I see Austin Dillon. You know, so I try to run alongside pit road, hoping that maybe I can find an opening somewhere, and maybe I could get Austin to sign the program for me. So I'm shouting, "Austin, Austin, can you sign my program?" But then he kept walking away. So I was like, okay, that's a little disappointing, but whatever. You know, not the end of the world. All of a sudden, I get a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, there's a guy, and he says, "You want to go get Austin Dillon?" This guy worked for Richard Childress Racing, so this was for Austin Dillon's team. He takes me off of pit road and brings me into the garage area. Mind you, I shouldn't have been in the garage area, but that guy brought me in. I was able to get Dale Earnhardt Jr., Richard Childress, Casey Mears, Austin Dillon. I was able to get quite a few of them, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to overstay my welcome here. I better leave before someone comes around and says, "Hey, I don't think you're supposed to be back here." But that was by far the coolest experience I've ever had as a NASCAR fan. That's why I love going to Pocono. Because it's memories like that that really that really make me enjoy being a NASCAR fan. You know, to me, it's not so much about the racing as it is just the experience. You know, you don't get too many experiences like that in any other sport. You don't get as close to the action as you do in other sports. I mean, yeah, NBA, you can sit alongside courtside, but get ready to shell out quite a bit of money for that.
Nope. Foul ball.
And then, well, it's not my only cool story. So I know the guy who runs the social media for Xfinity, for NASCAR Xfinity. And I met him because he and I actually went to the same college. He graduated years before I even got there, but I saw his post in our alumni page, and I reached out to him and I said, "Hey, you know, I'd love to talk to you and meet you and just ask you some questions about what you do and everything." And he actually one-ups me. He says, "You know what? I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to give you garage passes to New Hampshire Motor Speedway." I still have that program. Where is it? Where is it? Where's that program? Is there a godforsaken program? Totally random, but I know Joey Logano and his family literally give up. Oh, I love Joey Logano. He's like my favorite NASCAR driver right now. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I'm telling you, he is actually one of the nicest guys in the garage area. Like, I would put him up there with Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. He is such a nice, humble guy. He's won 2 championships, and he's such a humble guy. Like, I'm sorry, I don't understand all the hate for Joey Logano.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I really don't, and especially what he does with his foundation and everything. I don't know if you ever saw like the one episode of I think they were building a house for a kid with special needs, and they actually got the kid. It was in New Hampshire. They brought the kid to New Hampshire Motor Speedway and had him like spend a day with Joey Logano. Like, I really don't understand it. I think people kind of saw what... I think people remember 2015 where he was kind of a little aggressive. I would say he was definitely aggressive in that point in his career. But honestly, like, I kind of let that go. It's not like Denny Hamlin that just does it week in and week out. It's actually like that was just a period in his life, and now he's much better for it. You know? But yeah, absolutely, Dark Knight. He is one of the nicest and most humble people I've ever, or drivers I've ever met. Like, I have his, do I have his championship hat here? Let's see if I have his championship hat. It's gotta be somewhere here. Might not be. Oh, no, there it is. Hold on. Well, actually, let me take that pitch, and then let me pull out the hat here. There we go. See? This is his 2019 or 2018, excuse me, 2018 NASCAR Championship hat. This is like my Sunday hat. Whenever I go to racetracks, that's the hat that I'm wearing on Sunday. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I have that. I have a 2018 NASCAR Cup or Monster Energy Cup Series championship shirt, and I have a 2022 championship shirt too. No, look. I
The first baseman, number 35.
I picked the right driver to back after Jeff Gordon retired. Like, I was looking, I knew Jeff wasn't going to be racing forever, so I was starting to look around, starting to see what drivers I may want to end up cheering on. And I saw Joey in the Affinity series. I think it helped the fact that he had GameStop as his sponsor in the, well, it was known as the Nationwide series back then. But he was racing for Joe Gibbs, and he was winning a lot. And I was like, you know what? I think this kid's going to be good. I think I'll go root for him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And turns out I made the right choice because he's got 2 championships under his belt. He could have had a third in 20, or he could have had his first probably in 2015 or even 2014 because he was one of the first drivers that was under the new playoff format, or the current playoff format. He was one of the first drivers to compete in the Final Four or Championship 4 for NASCAR, for the Cup Series. And, 2014 he was in it, 2015 he was on a roll. But obviously that crash at Martinsville. Yeah, Danica did not do much Danica didn't do much when she was in NASCAR, and honestly, like,
Nope. Ball 1.
she was not a fan-friendly driver. I think she kind of viewed herself as above male fans, because as far as I saw, and I was at Pocono a lot between, I would say, 2011 and 2017. And I hardly ever saw her stop for, like, any males or stop to sign any male drivers. Only one she stopped for was the little girls. That's it.
Ball inside.
So, I'm not going to comment on her appearance, but I will say that she didn't come across as a fan-friendly driver to me. It almost seemed like she was rather cocky about it, which is not something you want to be, especially when your career is not very well or not very fondly remembered. Like, seems like to me the only highlight of her career was starting on the front row of the Daytona 500. What was it, 2015, I think she did that? That was it. I mean, maybe it's also NASCAR's fault too, because NASCAR pushed her as like the next great female driver. And I understand, NASCAR wants to draw in a female fan base. I get it. But you're not going to do it with someone who doesn't even end up winning a race in their career. In fact, I'm not even sure she had a pole. So she never was up front. And when she was up front, it's not like she was there for long. So to go down the route of having a successful female NASCAR driver, they need to stop pushing them before. Of course I know Haley Deegan. In fact, if I could ever find that program that I had, I'll show you her signing my program. I'll show you, because I do have it. It was at that New Hampshire race where I got the garage passes from my friend. I feel like she's being pushed too, and she, as far as I know, she's never won a race. At least not in trucks. And now I think she's in Xfinity, and it's like, we're really going to go down this route. We're going to push her, and what success has she had? Aside from what she did in, whatever, the K&N Pro Series. Which, it's a start. It's a start, but it's not NASCAR. Or it's not real. It's merely just an introduction to racing.
Oh, that's out.
Again, I'm not trying to say that females cannot be race car drivers. Of course they can. But the ones that NASCAR is trying so hard to push are just not living up to the expectations. And my philosophy is let the
1-1.
It's tough to win, you know? Especially with guys like Kyle Busch, who, won 200 races across all three series. Dude dominates. But that's the kind of level that you're going to go up against in the Cup Series, and if you can't beat him, how are you going to compete? You can't just ride around the back of the pack for the entire time and just hope that you somehow get lucky enough. Strike 3, sit down. Like, you actually have to run up front. You have to prove that you can do this. If not, then, well, I don't know what to say. But I do know that females can be race car drivers. Just so far, I'm really having a hard time finding any that I feel like can be successful at the Cup Series level. Okay, so if I do a Royals team build, but keep Jimenez in it, that would complete the AL Central program for me, and then I can move on to the NL East, which is unfortunately going to take as much, if not more, time. Good grief. Alright, what do you say we open up some packs? Because I know we have a Fallen His Abbott pack. And we got nothing in it. Great. Up those. I have to sell some of these duplicates too. Otherwise they're gonna pile up in my card collection. And then I'm not gonna be able to sell them. Nah, but I love NASCAR events. In fact, my dad and I were going down to Daytona for my birthday and everything, and then we're also going to go to Martinsville, the spring race in Martinsville. I was able to; those were the tickets that I got from NASCAR Rewards. I was able to get 2 free tickets. Well, I think the expectation is that they're going to include golds. Very rarely have I come across those packs that contain diamonds. It's a 1 in 15 chance. But golds aren't bad. I mean, you quick sell them. They give you they could give you 400 stubs, 600 stubs, 900 stubs, 1,200 stubs, or 1,500 stubs. So those gold cards are not bad. They're not bad at all. Just gotta be careful when you do sell them, because sometimes if you're not paying attention to how much the packs are gonna be, or you're not paying attention to what the tax is gonna end up being on the when you place it on the marketplace, then you can really get screwed. Yeah, I may want to start. I may want to start selling my duplicates, because now I'm getting multiple threes. All right, let me go. Let me go sell them, because I need to make some subs back. See, like John Means here, quick sell him, 1,200 subs right there. I could have sold them for $13.39, but that would only give me like 1,203 subs. So there's really no difference between selling quick selling it and selling it on the marketplace. I mean, 3 subs, that's not that big of a deal. However, 165 to or 213 compared to 25, that's a big difference. Big difference. All these bronzes are actually more valuable right now. No, I shouldn't. These bronzes are much easier to sell now than they were earlier in the year. So I would sell them now if you still have them, because they're worth more selling them on the marketplace than quick selling them. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Someone bid the same price as me, so now I gotta go. Now I gotta go lower. There we go. Ugh. See, like 398 right here, that is a much big difference to 25 stubs. Not a great example. I think I'll just do the duplicates that I have in the AL East, and then I'll call it a stream. Oh, no. Nope, I don't want to do that. Whatever dope decided that was going to be a good idea to sell those cards for 75 subs, you're an idiot. You just undercut everyone that was trying to sell their cards. Scumbags. Now, see, that's a case where I'd be more inclined to quick sell my duplicates, since it would only be 29, not 20 instead, or I would only get 29 stubs. So, it's fine to quick sell in that situation. All right, this is the last card I'm going to sell for the night. So I'll have to remember over the weekend that I stopped at the Blue Jays. Oops. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV NextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. Grayson, I'll respond to that in a minute. Or you can turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. Did you tell him what a jerk he was for starting that riot in New York City? Because I would have told him that. I would have said, you're a jerk for starting that riot, for saying there was going to be a giveaway. You know, people got hurt. People got hurt. I have no respect for that. Anyway, so we're almost done with the AL Central. Okay? I promise you it will not take that long. Honestly, it might just take me like one conquest game to do it. If I'm doing my math, if I'm doing the math correctly, then then I should still have some hits left to do with Sizemore or Manoso, and then like I said, we're gonna do a Royals team build. So I hope you'll tune in on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna reiterate this: Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, because I will be working in the morning, so I will not go live at 3 o'clock. But 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to wrap up the AL Central. We're going to move on to the NL East. And then once we're done with the NL East, I can officially start my grind to super factoring my all Mets team lineup. So I hope you'll tune in Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Until then, guys, have a good weekend, or have a good night, and have a great weekend. See ya.